Hi and hello. My name is Hakangzel Kenyumule, and you're welcome to another episode of I Mentor with Hakangzel Kenyumule. I am a development and empowerment strategist and also the spirit mentalist. And today we'll be talking about the journey to the ideal product. I chose this topic because based on consultations and people who have been asking questions about how to get their product from nowhere to everywhere, I was able to come up with solutions that people can work with, to push their brands out there and how they can become better with it. All right, let's get it started. There are three ladders. I'll use the word ladders. The three heights, the three stages that you need to grow through. It's a process. It's a place of process and growth. You need to understand that it's not magic. It doesn't just happen by the wave of a wand. Okay, there are things you need to be strategic about, you need to set goals to, and you have to grow through. That's the process involved. However, because of the want of time, I'm just going to share the pragmatics as more of a knowledge sharing sessions where it's just the highlights. Okay, however, you need to be more deliberate and intentional about it to get it to work for you. I can always help you with that, all right? So let's get it started. The very first stage you get to for the journey in your ideal product is situational stage. I call it the situational stage because this is the situation many people, pretty much everyone find themselves, okay, when you're starting to launch a brand. Okay, and there are four categories in this stage. The first is the untapped idea. All right, this is the point where many people don't even know what they want, and this is the stage where people are ignorant or people are not real. At this stage, they're always hoping for chance to be favorable to them and hoping for people to be good to them. They're not in charge of their lives or of their reality, and this is the worst place to be, I can tell you that. Okay, so the second stage or category is the untested idea. This is the point where many people get delusional. There's a point where you feel you have a grand idea, you have an excellent idea, and you feel this is the idea that actually changes the world. But the only thing is, you've not tested it. You don't know it yet. Okay, it's important for you to test the ideas, and the only way to get out of this level of untested idea is really to test them. Put it through the waters and let's see if it's going to float or if it's going to sink. Okay, if it sinks, then it means it's not a very good idea. It's not what the world needs, or it's not really going to make waves. Okay, and if it does float, then it means your idea is test worthy. Then you can go on to the next category. Okay, the next category of the idea is the untrusted idea. This is the moment where, yes, you've been able to make your idea to float, but it seems no one else trusts the idea, but you, except you're being persuasive to your family members or your few trusted friends to help you out and buy it and try it out. This is the point where you've got few tries. Not many people have tried it because it's just a fresh idea. Okay, so the way to get out of this is to try to get as many people as possible to know more about it, and gain more trust. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to gain trust subsequently. So you need to move from the untrusted idea, and move the next category is the untraceable idea. Okay, there are many ideas out there that are good. There are solutions to certain problems, but no one in the world knows they exist. Okay, there is a certain law of presence that I say the universe has the right to treat you or your product as in existence unless you take the initiative to step out and introduce yourself. Okay, so the untraceable idea is the part where just a few people have seen it. It's just a very localized idea, and it's not, words of it are not getting out there. Now, it's important for you to move out of this cocoon, out of this stage. Okay, now these are all that you find in the situational level, which is untapped idea, untested idea, untrusted idea, and untraceable idea. But to get out of this level, you need to leave that paradigm and take a quantum leap into another level, stepping out of the situational roadblock and go into what I call the positional roadblock. Yes, there are still roadblocks, but it's much better than the situational. And I can also say that you cannot get to the positional, you cannot experience the positional roadblock if you have not gotten out of the situational roadblock. So you need to get out to get in, okay? Now, the positional roadblock just tells you how to position your brand out there so that a lot of people now get to see them. It's more of a media strategy. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight the things you need to be mindful of. For more information or consultation, you can chat me up and I can share with you more in-depth ways to get it done. Now, the first way to get things done at the positional level is testimonials. Now, in the untrusted idea stage and the untested, untraceable idea stage, where you get few people to try it, few people to see it, it's important for you to capture the remarks of the people who do. Why is that? Because the very first thing you need to do in the positional stage is testimonials. Okay, and this is helping to build your the perception management of your brand. What are people saying about your brand? No matter how little, how few people have tried it, what are they saying? Try to capture them, maybe get their voice, maybe get their videos, or get them sign a statement. Now, it's very important because testimonials work like magic. The more people see what other people say about your brand, the more people are inclined to want to try it out. Okay, so when people try it out, it takes them, that's the new tries, into the untrusted state. Then as they try it out and they see it's good, they can, and get their testimonials. Everyone who interacts with your brand, try to get testimonials from them. Now, the more testimonials you get, you also need to do something with them. And that's where the second stage of the positional roadblock is, which is brand management. Now, here in brand management, what you need to do is to get stories that touch the mind. It's important. That mental part is very important. Now, many people don't know how to create stories that hit a chord with the mind. To do this, you need to get trained in persuasion skills or learning how to use stories in creative ways. I can also help you with that. Okay, so you must gather all the testimonials you're getting and form creative stories with them. Using permissions of people if you need to mention their names. Don't go mentioning people's name if you haven't asked for permission. That is not it's not ethical, okay? So brand management, creating stories about the testimonials you've gotten, all other situations, your troubles, your days of low times, high times, create creative stories with them that touch the mind of everyone who sees them. That's where advertisement comes and a lot of things can be done on social media, okay? Now, once you get to that brand management level and you're making waves there, all of these things you need to keep repeating them, over and over until you get solidity out of them. Now, when you're done with the brand management, if you really want to go higher, then you need associative leverage. What does that mean? It means you need a niche tagging. Okay, what does that also mean? It means that you must begin to associate with people who do similar things. Let them begin to know you in professional circles, in associations. Join an association if necessary. That helps you to get your brand out there. Why? Because the more professionals get to know what you do, they begin to take you more seriously. And there's a whole lot you can actually learn from them. Now, once you find yourself in an association or associative circle, it's important for you to work with the information you get from there in an innovative way. Okay, in innovation, you need to think disruption and strategy. Now, you need to get a think tank, if possible, or get a consultant to help you see through it. How can your product work with the market and with the association you find yourself? Now, association helps you to improve your level of delivery, and knowledge. However, you need to outthink that. And that is where disruptive thinking and strategic thinking comes into place. Now, all of this helps your positional outlook and how you manage your perception and your brand out there. But the more important thing about getting your brand into the place of being an ideal product is the third and final stage I'll be talking about today, and that is the personality stage. Now, we've talked about the situational stage, we just concluded the positional stage, and we'll be talking now about the personality stage. Now, your product must become a personality, okay? And this is where this gets very interesting. It's important for you to understand one thing about personality. There is no solidified personality. So one of the things you need to master is flexible focus. Yes, you heard me right. Flexible focus. How does this happen? Now, you know when you're using a GPS and it has plotted a route for you and you miss that route, it does something, it reroutes you. Okay, it finds the shortest possible time and the shortest distance to get back to your destination. Now, that's how flexible focus works. Why is that? Because there are certain things that happen, that it's beyond your power. But you must remain flexible and focused to keep going and being resilient with it. The second thing here in personality is expertise. You need to consume time in pragmatic and strategic intelligence. Don't go finding everything about everything. Find out the important knowledge that gets to your customers, that makes your brand better and improves the personality of your brand. A consultant can also help you with that. The other thing, and the final thing, is you need to think institutional. Okay, you need to imagine your brand as an institution. Products like Coca-Cola, and all of those other Kentucky Fried Chicken and all of that, they think institutional, and that's why they go global. Now, the whole idea of your product is to make it as big as it can possibly be. And you need to think institutional before your brand or your product can go out there. Now, thinking institutional just means you're a person or a brand that has long been established with a certain place, a certain position, a certain quality, or a certain identity. It should get to that stage where the moment people think about a certain thing, your name comes to mind. That is when you become an institution. Now, these are the stages you need to get to. You need to grow through. But as I've said earlier, these are processes that you must work through. It doesn't happen in a day. Sometimes it takes years. Actually, it takes years to grow through situational to positional and finally to personality. But also notice that while you're still at a situational level, your eye should be on the personality level. That means you're thinking of making your brand an institution. And things will come that will cause you to re-strategize. It's okay. That's how life happens. But the idea behind it is if you really want to journey your product into being an ideal product that creates solutions, that creates satisfaction and brings serenity, then this is the way to go. All right, because this is a knowledge sharing audio, this is where I'm going to be stopping today. However, if you have questions, if you have comments, you can comment, below, and I would try to respond. Or better still, you can hook up with me and get a session, and let's see how we can work things out for you, for your product, in creating the ideal personality for your product. Now, it's very easy to get through it, but it is the process many people do not like. Now, it is actually the process that makes you a global brand, a national brand, an international brand, whatever your vision is. And I believe that with the right strategy and with the right information, you can get it done. You can't get it any better than this. You have to go through the process and make sure that you make things work for yourself. All right, this is where I'll be ending today's episode. And I'll always end with this. May you always walk in the faith of the Lord, unleashing soteria, lambano soteria. And you've got just one life to live. Why not make it the best possible version of your life? Till I hear from you, till you hear from me, I hope you have a great brand that makes you fulfilled, happy, and satisfied. Have a great day.